comes back, I will pop off.
How
Wait,
dare.
oh.
Literally,
We
but
don't have enough
the
faces?
figurative sense.
Oh, because it helps if my fucking microphone's not muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I
Yeah.
don't know. I just fucking drink and I know things.
Yes.
Do you?
No.
You sure it's not
Yeah.
just drink?
Things
That's
like,
me.
it's Monday night, motherfuckers, and you are live to Liver Co. of the Mousy and Space coming to you at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the only time that is real and or matters on the Degenerates With Dice Monday Night RPG Podcast. Holy shit, boys and girls, how the fuck you doing? We got a pod today. We got Joe.
Hello.
We got Zoe. We got Nat. We got Jen when she comes back from fixing her fucking headphones. We got Evil Twin. We have special guest, friend of the show, Josh Bowman, Grumpy Corn Games. And now, fighting out of the barred corner, he stands at approximately 5'11", 182 pounds, potting out of North Central Texas. Noah, the internet's favorite dipshit.
Oh my god.
There we go. Look at
Are
that.
you really 5'11"?
No.
I was also
Five-
thinking that.
Listen, 5'11".
Yeah, I can see it being 5'11".
Depends on what fucking 7-Eleven I'm
Well,
walking
I
out
don't
of.
know. I've never seen any of you other than Natalie standing, so I wouldn't know.
I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot.
You're
I'm
6 foot.
6'1".
Yeah.
I'm 5'6".
Nice.
I got you around
yeah.
Kristen's belly
I'm
button.
a little shorty queen.
Yeah, I'm 6'1" barefoot.
Yeah, well, I can't tell you like where I like stand
Yeah,
according
yeah.
to Kristen, because the only time she's around me, she's wearing fucking heels. So she's
Good.
cheating,
Good.
Yeah.
fucking bitch.
Tall girls.
No, you're
I
playing.
hate it when tall girls feel like they can't wear heels. My
Yeah,
best friend is also
no,
a tall
it's
girl.
like-
She hates
it's
wearing heels.
I wear heels
It's
all the
fine,
time.
but like
I
not
love wearing
every
heels.
fucking time. Like,
No.
listen,
If
no,
she
you
wants to.
understand? No, this bitch has
No,
two pairs of fucking
I'm
high heels. I know
I'm
her fucking
standing
shoe
up for
collection,
her.
motherfuckers. I see it every goddamn day.
Shoes,
That's fine.
motherfucker.
Do you use the top of his head as an armrest?
You should.
Sometimes I didn't want to get that close.
Dang.
Yeah, he's got PTSD from the army. He don't let you get close to him. You get a knife on you real quick.
He's squirrely.
No, she's part of the premium upgrade package.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't get
I
that
can
close
get
to
with
him.
him. I can get with
Like,
armor.
especially with the beard. Like it'll freak him out if I come with my beard. I'm also Noah. I found a good source for some cheetahs. I'm gonna get me a pair of cheetahs.
Oh
Wait,
my God.
cheetahs.
Yeah,
Like-
the shoe.
Like,
Oh.
oh, I thought we were.
No, we're
No.
not buying. We're not buying big cats. We're not doing that.
Oh.
But
Even though if you do have to buy, you don't ever have to buy a big cat. But if you
but
do
looks
buy a
like
big cat,
pet. Why not
a
pet?
cheetah is the most domesticatable of the big cats.
How do you know that?
Still don't do it.
Well,
They need
cougars
a lot of
definitely aren't
space.
domesticatable because I've been trying for 17 and a half fucking
Yeah,
years.
Ogres, yeah.
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
But that's fine. Yeah.
Never killed a
Yeah.
mountain lion, but later on I am going to choke a cougar. Anyway,
You're
we're
so-
going to have a fucking podcast.
Much information.
Watch
Okay.
Okay.
Gaming wins. Gaming wins. Gaming wins. Gaming
Right.
wins. Let's go with the gaming wins, and we're going to introduce Josh. And we're
Yeah.
going to ask him a bunch of questions. He is a top GM on Start Playing Games. He runs more games than you could even conceive of.
Shake a stick at.
Yeah, I have used some of his ideas and some of his writings in my games. You
Thank
should sign up for his newsletter.
Oh, there's a newsletter.
Just put that. Yeah, he has his newsletter and all that. We also have his Start Playing Games in the link.
Is it on
If you-
Audible by any chance? Because some of it can't read.
No,
I
it
mean,
doesn't read.
browsers can auto read now.
No, it doesn't
Okay.
read good.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't support the functional illiterate community, Noah. I should.
Okay, all right.
And
Well,
it is a
so,
blind spot.
But we have a Zoe for that. She's our. That's what we have.
Noah is
But-
a savant and can do math. with his shoes
Okay, Noah,
Hey,
this
the
is
shop-
the letter M, and M goes,
Mommy! Oh, wait, no.
And you
So-
go,
Gaming wins. So I'm going to be turning my camera off when Jen gets back. So I'll do my gaming wins first, if that's okay.
off. That's fine.
Yep, that's good.
Well, I got a
Hello,
bunch of them.
Shuctress.
Yes.
So I got some minis, and first with my buddy, I finally got this here. This is the Harrier from
Ooh.
Traveler, Pirates of Dreadax.
Hmm.
Hell yeah.
And he made it a little magnetized base, so I can just take it off.
Oh, I
and
love
like
back on. My players are obsessed with this thing. It's so cool. It's on a hex
Very
base.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But 0-hour games. Just I backed one of his Kickstarters, Ryan Wolf, and
Yeah, he does
got
great
all the
stuff.
stuff. He has great stuff, and look at this beautiful Morning Wolf.
Ooh, I think it's a morning
Little
wood. I was like,
carrier.
no, I won't do that.
Look at
No,
that.
that's mine.
Look at that. I'm going to paint these hopefully in the next few weeks. But these are just beautiful minis, and I got the maps for them and everything.
That's awesome.
My players haven't seen them yet, but I assume they'll freak out as soon as they realize what they see, because they love trying to steal ships, and they're going to love trying to steal these.
Trying.
They won't be able to steal this because this is like a
You
100-person
may
ship.
try.
But they will try to steal a 100-person ship. If they get battle dress somehow, they'll steal it, but they're not getting battle dress, so because I don't want to deal with that shit. Okay. Also, I went on eBay and overbought a bunch of stuff because I was depressed.
Hey, treat
And I
yourself.
bought fucking lots of books. I spent $35 and got a ton of old Dark Conspiracy
Nice.
books.
That's not a lot of money.
Well,
That's actually really
it's not
good.
for me.
Check
Like
it out,
these are
sorry.
really cool books if you like horror and 1980s kind of sort of cyberpunk stuff.
Hell
This
yeah.
is awesome. I'm going to be copying all the art out of this, learn the styles.
Ooh.
And then I also got one of my favorite games I've been reading in PDF, but I couldn't find it for a while. And I got all the books for like $60 and everything. Underground. Which,
Okay.
if you haven't seen this game before,
What is it?
it's like DC Heroes Light, but like nihilistic. So
Oh,
you
nice.
play like essentially in the year 2021. This game was written in 1993.
Post-COVID? What?
Yeah, pretty much everyone works for corporations as like merc
Nice.
killers. There's genetic enhancements and like cyborg enhancements, and so you have all of these like juiced up. So you
Speaking
have all
of,
these.
does anybody have any reefer they're willing to sell right now? Reefer cigarettes?
Are you a cop? Just tell me you're a cop.
But yeah,
Just tell me
so
you're a cop.
essentially you're veterans who get dumped on the streets after the war, but you're essentially superheroes because you have all these big augmentations.
Oh, like Homelander.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if
And
I
then
were in
you
this
try to either save your city or take control over your city through means of extreme violence. This game is about extreme violence.
Like Homelander.
Yes. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if they did not read this book for the boys.
I just
That's
want to tell you,
probably-
I personally agree with Homelander, so fuck all of you.
That's fucking horrible.
I haven't seen the boys, so I wouldn't get the reference.
It's
so
a horrible
Homelander
reference.
Homelander is Noah if Noah got superpowers.
So yeah,
Okay.
It's just like Avatar. So it's just like
The
Avatar.
Underground.
It's like Avatar.
Great. I also got one more thing. I got a lot of fantasy age and modern age books. Here's a few of them. I got the
Ooh.
Bestiary and the Companion, but I got a bunch of other books too. That's Zoe's fault.
You're
That's
welcome.
all I'm going to show. I have about more stuff, but I don't need to go into that right now.
Jen has to
That's
get
all I
her
gotta show.
headphones fixed. I heard her say
That
that
sucks.
she's getting her headphones fixed.
So that's it for me. Who's up next?
I will say if
Oh,
I was
also,
in
I have
that-
another gaming win. That is that Noah won. We can't talk
Yes.
anymore about that, but my boy won.
Noah's
Noah won.
winning.
We're back on top. That's all.
Noah
Back on
absolutely
top,
won the fucking game of
baby.
life. More to come on that later.
If you're in the
Um,
Discord, you'll know. But if you're not in Discord, get in Discord. You'll find out. It's
Yeah,
some drama,
yeah.
some nice, tasty drama, and
Yeah,
Noah
yeah,
won.
yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Noah
yeah.
won.
It's a tea. We spill the tea.
If
Surprise,
I-
surprise! The king is back. I'd like
Oh,
to
what's
take
it-
this chance to
What's going to be
apologize.
what's going to be your entry
Absolutely
song?
nobody.
What's going to be your entry song? Oh my god! You should come in with an entry song.
Kill the motherfucker.
If I were a
Oh.
merc
All right,
in that universe, I think I'd be a merc for Betty Crocker.
Not live
Good.
optic.
you
In
could.
the Discord. I'll spill it.
I feel like Betty
Tomorrow.
Crocker would have a lot of people she would want to have killed off.
Yeah,
She probably has killed
people's been
people,
stealing
yeah.
her recipes.
Oh, what
Good
if Betty
job.
Crocker and Betty White are the same person?
Does
I
it
would
still
love
count
to
as a
work for
three-way?
Betty White.
Trans motherfucker.
Look, bitch, it's a bucket list thing, okay? Damn.
All right. I would
Hey,
like
Betty
to
White
go
back
next.
in the day.
Hold on,
Betty-
hold on, no.
Bad, bro.
I'm not kink shaming. I'm kink asking why at this point. Like the fuck.
Have you seen
Have
Betty White?
you? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would have hit it back when she was on Golden Girls.
She was really pretty.
To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Bro,
she's
come on.
pretty and
Like,
funny and smart.
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
that's
Hell yeah,
yeah.
bro.
You just
So
know
Betty White,
Betty
you get
White
it.
was a
Got
freak
it.
in the sheets.
Yeah. And also B. Arthur. I probably would have hit B. Arthur back in the
Yeah.
game.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think she
Billion
dominated the
percent.
fuck out of you.
Yeah. What's that?
She would have dominated the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I'm
She
just
would,
saying.
and
No,
I
she
would-
wouldn't. Trust me.
I would immediately have been yes,
No.
ma'am, no,
No,
ma'am.
I do not have a drop of bottom in me.
I
So
love this. Oh my gosh.
I immediately would have been like,
I-
anything you
No.
say, ma'am.
Joe, I love the way that we find out about your kinks. Like, just
Yeah,
weirdly,
yeah.
like,
yeah,
not
I am.
in the same conversation.
I don't have a drop of bottom in me
I love
whatsoever.
Well,
Like,
it is Pride Month, so
yeah.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Right.
I'm not a top in the gay sense, but like just in like the
Hold on.
bedroom
Asian
sense.
smoke screen. It's
No,
wild.
That's part of our new merch. It's one fucking podcast, and there's not a
Yeah.
drop of bottom in me. Are the two
Yeah.
things that we're gonna put on shirts?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I just don't have that. I don't
Oh,
have that
that's
interest. I don't have that interest.
All right, who's next?
Zoe,
Because I'm
go.
going last
All right, so
after I
wanna go
fix this
last.
fucking camera.
number one, it is my birth week. So
Yes,
bask in the
birthday.
glow.
Fucking Geminis.
Fucking
Bask in the
Gemini.
Goddamn
glow.
Geminis.
Number two, it's fucking Pride Month. Holla at your girls, me and
Yeah.
Wait,
Natalie.
hold on,
Yeah.
Zoe. Just to make sure we can still remain friends, your birthday's not June 6th by any chance, is it?
No, it's June 5th.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I was born on the 5th of June.
Okay, because I'd delete you from my life if you shared the same birthday as my ex.
Oh, I'm
She
sorry.
does share the same birthday as Wilbur, so there is that.
I do.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're two
So-
Geminis living in the same house, aka my literal hell. So have fun with that.
Yeah, no, that's
Number
fucking
two.
people in the same house.
We
No,
got two Geminis on the podcast. That's already
enough.
way too much.
one Gemini is enough.
Yeah, but I'm Kristen's
No, and
personal.
Frank and Helen Keller are not the same people.
Yeah, I'm Kristen's personal Gemini. So.
I'm
That's
enough for 4
That's true.
Geminis with
You
how
also
many
have two.
personalities
You also have
I
two
have.
Hufflepuffs on the podcast. So.
Hufflepuff!
Hufflepuff. I'm sorry you don't like Whimsy, my dog.
Oh!
No.
I'm Slytherin, 1000%.
I like hood rat shit and war crimes,
We
motherfucker.
like whimsy and coziness around
Also-
here.
I like
Slytherin.
the whimsy, but I also know Hufflepuffs will fucking cut a bitch's
Yes,
throat.
we will.
That's
but-
funny.
So, yeah, the autism.
Okay. Anywho's so
Just
really
Also,
quickly.
I did
Camera
have
work.
one more diatribe. Thank you, Zoe, for helping me find a gift for my friend.
You're welcome.
That was very nice.
Aw.
I forgot that I can't bring Hufflepuff energy to all of the gifts, and she was like, "Hey, is that her style?" I'm like, no, you're right. That isn't.
That's fair.
So she
Well, that's
saved me
because
from
I
maybe
have
buying
to
a
let.
basket.
That's because I
Fix
always
it.
ask those questions. Okay.
Yeah, you're
so,
good. Thank you.
I just get to know what I like and fuck it.
My third gaming win.
You're the same
So
person. Of course, you can do that.
That's true.
so this is an actual gaming win. So I won my first ever Squishmallow when I was at
Aw.
Hershey Park in the claw machine. His name is
Hershey
Archie. His full name is Archibald. I will
Archie.
send you guys in
Archibald.
the chat a really funny picture of me carrying around my child. And then I had to put him in what my
What the
students,
fuck is
because
happening?
we went to Hershey Park and I had a swarm of like 20 students following me around.
That's
And-
always correct.
They immediately called him my child. And so I was like, okay. So then when I went into the bathroom and there was like a custodian in there and she saw that I was trying to like cover him up so that he wasn't going to get rained on because it was very rainy. She goes,
In
would
the
you like she goes, would you like to have a bag to put him in? And I go, well, I was coming into the bathroom and she was
Okay.
coming out of the bathroom. And I go, yes, that would be wonderful if you have the time. Thank you. And so she gives me this giant like contractor bag and I put him inside. And so then my
Nice.
kids lovingly called it the sack of shame.
Yeah.
So say hello to my new child. I love
Hello,
him with all my
child.
heart.
That's really funny. That was my dad's nickname for me too.
Yeah, the sack of shame.
The sack of shame?
Yeah.
At least your dad had a nickname for you, so at least there's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, mine just called me dumbass.
What is it like to have a dad that loves you?
I'll let you know if I ever get another dad. I'll let you know. Rain check on that one, dog.
Next gaming win. Next gaming
Lots of
win.
fucking wild memories for me. Thank you.
My next gaming win. I actually played video games this weekend.
Yay.
And I felt very
Yay.
good. I played Supermarket Simulator. I restarted.
Those are
I'm
games.
having fun. Yes, it is. It was fun for me.
Okay.
And
Yes,
then
got the
my
gingerbread
other
people
gaming
have
win is
that
that I finally
weird-
read, and so now I'm reading this thickalicious honky tonky book, and so I plan on finishing this by the end of the
Is it
week.
about cheap piss beer and pickup trucks?
No, it's about
Motherfucker.
smut.
Very.
You said honky tonk, so I just kind of.
No, thick
Yeah.
honky tonk book. Look how thick this bad boy is.
That's Brokeback Mountain. So she's reading.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I finally am out of my depression hole, and I want to just do stuff now. So I'm very excited.
Good.
That's
So,
right. Never mind.
yeah.
Nope.
Those are
nope.
all my gaming wins. I
Nice to
yield
you.
the floor.
Keep it silent, Noah. She's having a good
Bro,
time right
Kristen
now.
said it with her face.
Listen, don't you dare ruin the good vibes. It is currently Pride Month. I am currently 5 days, a week into Gemini season. I'm feeling fantastic.
Natalie?
No, Gender, we do not get to answer that question. We have things to talk about
No,
tonight.
no.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
I
yeah,
will-
yeah, that's
How
a whole
about this?
podcast.
How about this? If you
Nope.
enter
Discord.
our Discord, I'll answer it.
Yeah, we'll make a whole smut section on the Discord.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
won't be that clear.
You don't have to look at it.
So good.
It's
Now you gotta sub to Noah's OnlyFans.
it's everyone's podcast.
Ken!
No, because then you're going to get Blondie in the fucking Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah,
love Blondie
Me
here.
and Blondie will talk about books
I
all
love
the
Blondie.
time. It'll be great.
Oh, he probably talk shit about Noah, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
never talk shit about Noah. What do you mean?
Is Blondie a smut slut too?
Uh-huh.
We prefer
That's-
also the term cliterature.
I'm a
I
very
mean-
happy victim of it.
yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Jen, you missed the
Keeps their-
unveiling of my
Keeps their
child.
imagination active.
That's
Okay.
so weird to just say.
Natalie? Natalie?
All right. I have some gaming wins. Big life
Yay.
win. I'm in a new house.
Hell yeah.
Fucking
Big
finally. It was a hell ride getting here. 30 minutes before closing on our last house, the people went through, like, did their final walkthrough, and we're like, where are the TV mounts?
What?
Why did you take them off the walls? And we're like, what are you talking about?
They
there are
wanted
TV
your
mounts.
TV mounts.
They're like, well, they're part of the structure.
No, they're not.
It's true.
They're literally not. I'm like, they're TV specific.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, well, that might be like a deal breaker. So we had to bring $50 cash because I was not digging them out of a fucking box.
Oh my god.
I was like, this
Wow.
was 30 minutes before closing.
Is that the fucking what the fuck, man? No.
They're not
I'm like-
part of the
So
structure.
you had to pull out $50 to pay
I
them
don't
to
know.
buy
I've seen
your
people have to
fucking
leave
house.
for-
Actually, it was 60 because the ATM only gives 20s.
Yeah.
You're just like, here, motherfucker, now give me the
Literally.
$1,000.
I would have immediately have been like,
Like,
nah,
literally
fam, I'm
nothing.
gonna let Zoe buy my house for 5 buttons.
Literally. So yeah, I had that big win.
Huzzah.
That's awesome.
My other win is tomorrow we're gonna be playing Wolfenstein.
Yep.
And I'm so fucking excited.
I saw your character. It is
Thank
cool.
you.
She
Yeah.
is
Oh, we got to
really
make
awesome.
characters?
Oh
You don't have to.
motherfucker.
You don't have to. We have pre
Joe, can you make me a character?
We have pre-gens already.
Hell yeah.
Can I have one?
All I need you to do is think about there's 3 different stances. Are you a stealth person,
No.
a tactical person, or a
No.
mayhem person?
Oh, I'm definitely stealth and tactical for sure.
Bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Could I be Mayhem?
Yes, yes. Technically, everyone has all 3, but you're
Yeah, it's like
get a
your main.
bonus for
I'm
whatever.
gonna put all my money on Mayhem, please.
Okay. We'll get
But
into
yeah.
that later.
I am super stoked for that.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
my other gaming win is, so obviously we were moving and I took my TVs off the walls and everything because we're nice people and like repaired all the holes, repainted, to be generous people. So I have not gamed for like almost an entire week, had no cable, nothing. And so Saturday of this past weekend, I got to finally play some Fallout and some Stardew, and I almost shed real tears. I'm like, wow, I have a fucking problem.
That's how you unplug. That's how you
No,
reset.
it's like therapy. It's cheaper.
No?
Yeah.
I don't know. My therapist only costs $10 a month.
Oh, mine's more than that.
Mine's
Yeah,
way
mine-
more than
yeah,
that. It's still
yeah.
not just cheaper than games.
Yeah, I can tell you're getting your money's worth, Zoe. I can.
Maybe it's a refund.
Me and Gina have a time.
My therapist watches the podcast, which is terrifying. So
I'm my therapist.
Well,
I'm the one she tells you about.
Hello,
Yeah.
Kristen's therapist.
yeah,
Just know Kristen is our favorite human right now, currently, because she's amazing and wonderful.
Not mine though. I hate that bitch.
yeah, fuck that bitch. That bitch
That's
is
because you
All
hate
right.
yourself, Noah.
All right, that's all I
That's
got.
also true.
Jen, did you have one? Did you already?
I have an amazing gaming win.
Yes.
An
Yeah.
amazing
Oh,
gaming
you got it from
win.
last
Yes.
week. I forgot.
Okay, so little gaming win is I reached rank 100 on Fallout 76. Yay! Big fucking gaming win is I found a local gaming group here.
Awesome.
And so I walk into this deli across the street from my work
and there's food.
because we were doing a 3-day event. So I was like, okay, I'll walk over there and have lunch with the girls. Not a problem. So I walk in there and they have some other 6-foot tables set up. And I was like, what are they doing? And I see people rolling dice. And I'm like, ooh.
In the deli.
This is hungry people. This is hungry people.
In the deli.
All right. So as I walk over there, and I'm like, what are you guys playing? You know, I'm thinking D&D or stuff like that.
Yay! Oh, book
And
Thank
it's
you.
actually called, it's a Charleston area gamers. And they were doing board games. None of them were doing any TTRPGs. But people in the group do.
Yay! That's really cool.
Yeah, so there's like 1,000 people in this group because Charleston is a big area. We take over 3
Yeah, it
counties.
is.
So thankfully I'm on the outskirts, but not really because it's expanding out to here and further. So I was talking to them, and they do a lot of board games. Turns out the lady I was talking to ended up being one of the admins for the group. She also teaches at the high school that my sister was going to be teaching at starting in August.
Yay! It's a
And-
small world after all.
Yeah. So it turns out that not only does she work at that school, she's my sister's new department head at that
Oh,
school.
fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
So, and my sister is a big board gamer. And this is where the super big win comes in, is that my sister loves to board game. Anything like Cards Against Humanity, monikers, just any kind of board game.
Settlers of Catan.
Oh, I love Catan.
But the downside is that her husband and her daughter can only handle so many games. There's only so many games you can do with 3 people.
It is
And trying to
Right.
get everybody in for a family game night is not the easiest. So I shared the group with her, and I was like, these are your people. I was like, these are your people. They're kind of my people, but they're really your people. So I'm very excited for that because my sister
Awesome.
needs people to game with. And
Yeah.
I think that these will be a really good thing
That's
for
awesome.
her. And because one of the ladies in the group is a teacher, they're good for meeting on teacher schedules. So this lady's going to have the same schedule that my sister does,
That's awesome.
and they meet like the 2nd and 4th Saturday of every month at this deli place. So that's exciting. So I was like, yes. So I'm like,
Hell
I
yeah.
shared it with my sister, got her in the group,
Awesome.
and I'm very excited. When I told the department head that my sister's working on some educational games to bring into the classroom because she's going to be teaching biology, she was like, I love that idea. So I was very excited.
Awesome.
Very
Very
excited.
cool.
I shared the podcast with them. And, I don't know if I told them the name of it, but I did tell them that I'd do a TTRPG podcast.
Very cool.
Yes, and one of the folks I was talking to mentioned Fallout, and I was like, yeah, I started with the 2D20 set. And he asked, what other gaming I do. So I do PC and do Fallout. And we discussed Fallout 76 a little bit.
Okay.
But, oh my gosh. I didn't even think about Operation. I
Yeah,
have the
that's
Fallout
the funny
version of that
mode.
one. I may let her use
Some
that
would
one.
argue it's Cards Against Humanity, the bigger, blacker box.
Hey.
Oh my god. We play the family edition
No.
because we always play with my niece. And
Mm.
there's still some things where like, yeah, that's a toss away card. She won't get it.
Yeah.
Remember when that box
Wow.
came out and we carved into our box just to get the secret card?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My sister did the same thing.
Chat's dying to play Cards Against Humanity with me and Twin.
I have a whole set. She's gonna cry.
Kristen, do you have a gaming one?
I do. I'll just make it through without crying. So here we are. To be fair, I actually cried on the phone to a stranger the other day. To be fair, but without going into too much detail, y'all have heard me say it a million times. The gaming builds family, and there are some things happening this week that I 1000% believe the gaming builds family, and family is who you choose, and family takes care of you when you can't take care of yourself. So without saying too much, that is my gaming win. People listening that know what that is, you know who you are, but yeah, so that it made my heart happy, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. So that's my gaming win.
Yeah, that's a good theme for the month too. With the being Pride Month.
Yeah,
it's chosen family.
Grumpy, do you have any gaming ones?
Yeah, I've got a couple, but the one that I guess won't really come up when we're talking later is this past weekend was 1D4 Con. One of the best Washington, D.C. local conventions. It's in West Virginia.
It sounds terrible with 1D4s. That's just dangerous.
Yeah, but you do get to get a bunch of free D4s, when you go there. And I like being able to throw those on the ground behind me to just ruin people's day.
You can't
wait, are you in D.C.?
In St. Caltraps.
I live right outside of DC.
I love DC. DC.
That's why whenever I go LARPing again, me and Grumpy are gonna meet up.
I need to get you together with Brant.
Okay.
He's the episode with the guys that run the
AI stuff.
Adventador.
Oh yeah.
Program.
Yeah. He's in DC.
Make an introduction for me. I'd love to meet him.
I got you.
Thanks.
Sorry,
We've been doing that lately.
But yeah, so I ran 3 games there this weekend. I ran, pretty different games. Pendragon on Friday night, so Arthurian fantasy.
Yeah.
And actually, Zoe, I think that's a game that you would probably enjoy a lot. Lots of romance. Lots of romance.
Don't tell her that.
It's all about personality and like who you are, but also your family. It's like Game of Thronesy almost.
It is. Then I ran Dread on Saturday morning.
Nice.
That was interesting because I had a bunch of grognards playing a heavily narrative game.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that
sorry,
was an
what's
adjustment.
a grognard?
Like
old
an
dudes.
old school, Noah is a grognard. No, that's not
That doesn't
remotely
tell
true.
me what a
That's not
grognard
remotely
is.
true.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's the old gamers, like the old school guys who with the beards, like the gray beards and the
they have very
played
specific
AD&D.
ideas of what a role playing game is or should be, and narrative games usually.
And there's
have
no
a
place
smell
for
to
role-playing
them.
in the bedroom.
Yeah.
They usually
And
have
then I
Odor.
ran Stars Without Number on
nice.
Saturday night, so it was
one of my
a
favorite
solid
games.
weekend. Lots of gaming.
Hell yeah.
Love
yeah.
it.
So, does anybody else have anything else before we get into the
No, it hasn't done his
meat
show.
and potatoes?
Oh,
Is
you
that-
know,
Yeah, no
just
has one.
just little old me.
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
know.
sorry. I keep forgetting.
I know,
We have a lot of
everybody
people
does.
today.
It's okay.
And I talk to
used-
you all the time. I talk to
I'm
you all the
used to
goddamn
it.
time. It's fine. It's whatever. It's
Constantly
fine.
overlooked. It's okay. It's not
It's
giving me
fine.
a complex or
Oh,
anything.
shit.
It's
Hey,
fine. It's
Joe,
fine.
replace more camera with Noah's. We need to put him in a corner for a little bit.
Okay, I have one more gaming one that everybody on this pod, except for Jake Schmidt offline, has seen Noah's birthday gift before he has seen it. And that makes me happy.
A gift in
Yeah,
itself.
He's not happy about that.
It's an
No,
excellent
not-
Okay,
gift.
so-
I'm very mad because I don't like being left out. I have abandonment issues.
Gaming wins. You have a minute. Before
I
we
have
get
a minute.
30
Okay.
30 minutes.
Before I became unemployed at the beginning of the month, was really wanting 007 First Light because I'm a huge fucking James Bond guy. The first movie I ever saw was with my mother, and she introduced me to You Only Live Twice, Bond film number 5.
Ooh.
I live and breathe fucking James Bond. Like him, I do not have a problem with authority. Authority has a problem with me. It's not my fucking fault, right? 007 First Light being developed by IO Interactive, the same guys that make one of my all-time favorite franchises, Hitman. So I was really fucking excited because if anybody can do this right, it's these fucking guys. I wanted it. I was gonna buy it on Steam, and then I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, I'm going to get this game on Steam, just to let you know, because we got like a fucking over $50 rule, right?
Yeah.
So if it's over $50, we just let the other one know.
Yeah.
Not a fucking hey, can I? But hey, I am. Right?
So you have to tell her every time you buy gas these days, though.
No, that's kind of expecting. Listen, if it wasn't for my wife, we would be fucking destitute, okay? Because I have plastic, and plastic goes swipe, right? She have brain, so therefore her in charge, me swipe card. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this, because blah blah. It comes out like the day after my birthday, blah blah blah. And she's like, oh. And she got real disappointed, and chat was like, we were going to get that for you for your birthday. And I was like, okay, I won't fucking buy it. And then I got real fucking worried because I don't think either one of them knows how to use Steam. But then I came home from work the next day, literally the day before I got fired, and I turned on my PS5 and the game started downloading. So on Tuesday, I got to start it. And on Wednesday, I finished it. I tried to stream most of it. Fuck Streamlabs. That's all I got to say about that. After multiple technical difficulties, game of the fucking year. Hands down.
Nice.
Hands down. Those guys knocked it out of the fucking park. Yeah. One of these days, I will add that to my fucking why indie games are blowing AAA out of the fucking water until Call of Duty released that goddamn Modern Warfare 4 trailer, and then I fucked up.
It'll still be.
I bought it. I bought the Default Edition. I did. I can't fucking help it. Okay, I'm a degenerate Warzone player. Y'all know it is what it is. I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
I can never change.
We all bought Fallout 76, so we can't actually say anything about it.
Yeah, but y'all still play Fallout 76.
Yeah. Which is even worse. That's even worse.
I did not buy Black Ops 7. So anyway, yeah, that's my game event. I got to fucking go through 007 and get on to get some fucking stream time in, and even upgraded my fucking Streamlabs before it broke. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna make the most out of that, and I'll be streaming a shitload for the rest of the week. So
I will try to help you out with that. So one last thing. Last thing. To expand on Kristen's gaming win, if you would like to help her friend out, she is taking donations. I will post the Venmo in the chat, and then we will also post it on the Discord afterwards for mutual aid. So if you want to go that route,
yep.
Thank you guys.
Can we do Cash App, Kristen?
I do. I can figure out what it is. Hold on.
Okay.
Or you saying no?
Actually, Kristen, can you post it in the chat that way?
I can.
To make sure it's correct.
So it is. What I'm going to say about this is, because I know we're like real hard on, hey, don't give us fucking money, and we don't want to do anything with money, and like don't even, none
of this goes to us.
Don't buy our merch. This is a very delicate situation that Kristen has offered to put herself in front of to help somebody who is in need. That is all we are going to say, because the situation is so fucking delicate. I am personally standing here to tell you that this is something that the podcast is getting behind, because I'm also the same person who personally stood up and told 2 organizations this week, nah, we're good. So it's one of those, we can't tell you what's going on, but if you want to, excellent. If not, also fucking cool.
Yeah.
But it's gonna require a little bit of extra help, a lot of delicacy. I hope that we've earned your trust, and that's all we're going to say about it on the matter. Cool?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, but if you want help, it's there. Okay, so
yeah, and I'll post it in the Discord later, or actually, Joe's gonna post it in the fucking Discord later. Let's be real.
If I can remember, I've got a lot going on. But yeah, I'll try.
Can I do the ready read?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You can't read.
Yeah, that's what he just tells people, so he doesn't have
this
to.
This is fucking lore breaking.
Go off, Noah. Go off.
I gotta find the fucking thing. I can't find it.
Oh my God.
You had
Why
something
did
to
this
read.
work?
Read a thing. Well, I thought I was reading the thing. Okay, never mind. I'll make it up as I go. Here we go.
Make it up as you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have for you a very special guest. He goes by the name of Grumpy Gorn Games. He is Josh Bowman. Josh has been running games for decades, thinking about games for decades, talking about games for decades, and writing about games for decades. He loves science fiction and fantasy. He especially loves players who get deeply invested in their role play. He is a friend on the podcast, Gaming with Gage and Friends, former host of Sandbox Between Spotlights podcast. He has helped develop multiple RPGs, settings, and campaigns. Sorry, guys, I shotgunned 2 beers before we went live, and now the fucking gas is kicking in. He has helped organize and put on gaming conventions and has been professionally GMing for over 6 years. So, without further ado, we present to you friend of the fucking show, constant pain in my ass and chat, Grumpy Corn Games, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. And
So,
no, you wouldn't have it any other way unless it was pain in your ass in real life rather than just.
Oh,
chat.
yeah, I love it, Daddy. Anyway, so first question. What kind of mental illness do you have that drew you to us? No, I'm just playing.
Well, the unmedicated and undiagnosed kinds, typically.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, so he fits.
I have an honest question. Nothing
Okay.
like silly, like I was saying before. Like how, why do?
What?
Okay. So as a paid DM, obviously,
Yes.
like you've seen like a lot of stuff. What is by far your like? I don't know like how far like paid DMs go and stuff like that. Like how long campaigns are. What was the longest campaign you ever were paid to DM for?
Oh, that's ongoing right now. Traveler, Pirates of Dreenax. We have been going over 2 years.
Whoa.
It's a
We've
long
got
campaign.
more than 100 sessions into it. It is, it's been going for a long time.
I just started it, and it's a lot of fun.
It's it's a pre-written module, right? And it's easily got, if you were running 1 session a week, every week, 3 to 4 hours, I mean, you could easily run 4 years of it if you're taking your sweet time going through it. I'm a bit of a taskmaster when it comes to hitting plot points and going through things, because, people are there to play the campaign, and so I want to make sure that we get through it. So we are probably about 80% of the way through with it right now.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
That is what I would like to run on the podcast eventually, but that'll be like a Friday night game or something like that. We'll have to have a special group for that. But once again, it's a very, very long commitment. So but as somebody who's running it, it's a lot of fun. Also, it's not so detailed that you can't homebrew anything. It's expected that you're going to be homebrewing a lot in that campaign. Yeah. So it's good for everyone.
Yeah, by 3 months in, it was more of an idea book than a campaign that I was following anymore, because the players had done so much that was different from what's written in the book that it's just inspiration.
Out here looking like a certified retired youth pastor. I get it.
Is that Mrs. Grumpy?
Okay, all right, listen, I don't need to admit that to you at this point in time, just my neighbors around me, all right?
Yeah, okay, I got you. It is what it is.
I've already knocked on the doors.
All right.
So, Josh, just to get us quickly started here, would you like to expand upon said Grumpy Corn intro and maybe highlight some of the things that I missed, as in I had to piece that fucking together off the top of my goddamn head, like nobody else can. But what got you started? What are you into? What are you doing kind of behind the scenes in the gaming world? I know you're writing modules and what's the word I'm looking for? Like game support utilities and stuff like that. So lay it on me, dude.
Yeah, so Grumpy Corn Games is, when I first started it, it was because of a little toy that I bought my wife, which was a stuffed candy corn that looks really pissed off.
Hey, yo.
And I think I got more joy out of it than she did, hence the...
Hey, yo.
Yep.
It's not like that.
We call it a gift. It's not a big deal. Let's just move on.
This is a safe place. This is a safe place.
Thank you.
Is it?
Don't listen to Noah.
We won't kink shame Joe, but we'll kink shame you.
That's
Don't
fair.
listen to Noah. You're fine. You're
I don't
fine.
think you can kink shame me, so it's okay.
Yeah, that requires shame to begin with.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I lost that a long time ago.
So, in addition to running games, which is the thing that we've been doing the longest, as you said, I write setting books. I've got one called Sedna, Pirate Republic of the Orc Cloud. You can get it for pay what you want on Drive-Thru RPG. Any money that you give me goes to one of my favorite charities in DC that called 762. No, 826? No, whatever the hell it's called. It's 3 numbers.
762 is also my favorite caliber.
Yeah, that's a great caliber. That's why I got confused. Anyways, but what they do is they donate, is they set up programs that encourage creative writing and literacy for teenagers and young kids and things
Hold on.
like that.
Sorry, Grumpy. What's that called on Drive-Thru RPG?
Sedna, Pirate Republic.
Can
of
you
the
spell
Orc
it?
Cloud. Yeah. You know what? I am just going to see if I can send
I
a
was gonna
link.
find it. I'm gonna find it and link it while you're talking. It's all of us doing.
Yeah. So, I've got a link right here.
Well, then never mind. Fuck me.
Yes, I am going to send it to Joe because I don't have Twitch up at the moment.
Okay.
Grumpy,
So-
is it 826?
That's the
PC?
one. Thank you. 826.
826. Okay.
That's the Critical Role one too.
Yeah, they're great. They are great. So
8675309.
yes, you got it. So
Noah loves the best.
So that was probably the first sort of long form thing that I ever published for a role playing.
Sorry, Noah had a beer explode in his lap.
No.
So that was the first long form thing I did. It was kind of setting generic, a generic sci-fi setting book. Then after that, I've done editing for friends, some other independent writing. Right now, I'm working on a sci-fi setting for the game system Heroes and Hardships, which I can't talk too much more about because it's so early in development. Anything I said right now would be wrong, but it's fun and it's interesting.
Fuck that NDA, bro.
We would love to play it on the show, by the way. So if you want to run it, fine, or if not, I'll run it and just let you know. And you just tell me the guidelines for the video if you don't want cussing or anything like that. Just let us know ahead of time, and we will make sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And I'll talk to the guy who owns the property. I'm sure he'd be thrilled to throw some stuff your way.
Pretty sure he has a podcast as well.
He might. I'm not sure. Yeah, he might. Yeah. He is prolific in gaming.
Yes,
he just writes so much.
I
got a profile
somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Okay.
I got some of his stuff on my shelves. Not like that.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Let's continue.
But yeah, so I also made this little map making utility called Star Cartographer or Starcar. It's on my website. It lets you make free solar system maps for sci-fi GMs.
Like Traveler.
Traveler or Spelljammer or whatever you like. Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, thanks, Chris. The Hussman stuff. So one time Hussman stuff there was in a charity con where you could donate money and you could give them boons and extra dice rolls and things like that. And so I sent a private message to the GM saying, just make that guy's life difficult. So of course, the first time that I'm on a Twitch stream, he's going to join it to find a way to make my life difficult.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Anything else on that, or what's your overall background in gaming? I want to know from what's the genesis of Grumpy Corn?
Yeah, so
not of Grumpy Corn game, but of Josh B, I should say.
Yeah, so I was about 9 years old. I was at my uncle's wedding in Texas, Austin, Texas.
Hey, that's not me.
Yeah. I bet you might have been 9 years old around that time too.
I doubt played.
You're fucking old.
So I was about 9 years old, and my cousin busted out a game called Slay Inc. Slay Industries. SLA Industries.
Slay Queen.
Yeah.
They're still printing that.
Or Slay
are.
Dead.
And it was.
Can I do it right now?
inappropriate
Like
for a
this.
9-year-old.
Yeah.
But I played it, and then I took several of the very inappropriate ideas to my daycare and got my mom yelled at a little bit. for
Hell
that.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that was how I started playing role playing games, was with my cousin, and yeah, it was basically romance with role playing games ever since. I haven't really stopped.
Quick question: Are these folks in the YouTube chat? Are these like your evil twins? Is that what I'm picking up on?
Yes, they
Okay.
are my evil twins. They
They're
are.
Okay. Hey guys, you're not
lovely
going.
people.
You're not going near as hard as I'm going to need you to go. Okay,
Nope.
like
need you
you
to
are
go hard.
disgracing the role of fucking evil twin at the moment
I
by
will
just
say-
soft
It's true.
launching these fucking roasts.
I will
No.
say Captain Gingerbeard had a question that I also wanted to ask. What was the worst thing that a paying customer asked you to do in a campaign?
Wrong
I have a
podcast.
feeling it's
Oh.
directly related to Captain Gingerbeard.
Wrong podcast.
Like, obviously, if you don't
about to
feel
learn why he got
comfortable
his name.
sharing, like, if you don't feel super comfortable sharing it, you can share, like, another one where it was like, well, there's this one time.
But also be sure to give their full name, social security number, and address.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, this one.
name.
So I've got stories of things people asked me to do who never became paying customers, but this is specifically for a paying customer, so I will give that answer.
Okay.
I probably the most annoying was when I had somebody tell me, I pay you. I think at the time I was charging like $18 a session or $15 a session or something. He's like, I paid you $15 and I wanted advantage on a roll. This was when I was still running 5e. And he was like, I paid $15 and I wanted advantage on a roll and you didn't give it to me. And next week I expect you to give it to me. And I said, next week I expect you to not be part of my game.
Yeah.
And that was also the first customer I ever fired.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent.
To be fair, if you want to pay me, I will take $15 per advantage roll.
Yeah.
If you want to give me $15 every time you want an advantage, I will allow that.
You want something from me, you gotta pay me money.
Yeah, $15. I'll do 3 for 40. 3 for 40. If you want to pay for 3 advantage
Yeah,
rolls,
we out here cutting deals, baby.
Yeah.
We're cutting deals.
Well, I'll do 1 for 15 or 3 for 60. It's good. Don't worry about the math.
Yeah.
None of us
I
can do
probably doesn't
that.
go
It's
bad
fine.
anyway if he's...
And that's what we call the Hebrew half-off.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I should not have
Wow.
laughed at that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with
Apologies
Noah
from
jokes.
Jen
We're
on
all
camera.
going to hell together.
So, one thing I want to talk about is you are a paid GM. This is kind of a good segue. You are a professional GM, and you just reached top GM on Start Playing Games, which is really hard to
Yay.
do.
Way to go.
We didn't know you were famous.
I guess I'm trying to figure out the best way to formulate this. So, what made you want to get into actually paid GMing? What are your thoughts on it? How do you feel about it? And then also, what if you were a new GM who wanted to get into it? What would the process be? Do you think for them? And then also, let's just start there. Let's start there, and then because it's very rare that you actually meet somebody who is successful at being a paid GM because it's a very hard gig to get into.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people want to know how did you even do it?
And then I have a question after that.
Sure, yeah. So first, I got into paid GMing during COVID, right? And it was really like that. I also owned a bakery at the time. So it was kind of just that, like, I had extra time during COVID, so it was a thing that I did. And it was really half-hearted for a number of years, probably about 3 years. It was just, a campaign here, a campaign there, that sort of thing. I didn't take it very seriously. Bush Light money for Noah, basically.
Bush latte.
Yeah, Bush Latte.
Damn, you was running games for $3? That's crazy.
You fucked him up, asshole.
All right, that one got me. That one threw me off.
I'm just
All
going
right.
Oh boy.
So,
Beautiful.
yeah,
What
and
the
then
fuck? What the hell?
so
I
uh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
couple of years ago, I left my old job. I was, I'd sold the bakery, and I went to go do something else for a while. And I left my old job because it was awful and I hated it. And my wife told me to quit. And so I quit. And then I realized, holy God, the economy is actually miserable right now. Maybe I shouldn't have quit that job without a second one lined up. And so I started running games, and I started going to school because I'm also a veteran, so I had the GI Bill, and the GI Bill pays you a lot of money to go to school. So I was doing both, making pretty good living. Or
they just give you a payout like me.
There you go.
There you go. I go to school.
Oh, no.
And so it just kind of grew organically. I made a niche of I run everything but D&D 5e. So
Good
like.
Man.
You know, if you go on, and there's no shade on 5e, but
there's just no paid GMs that run good games anymore. I swear to God, I don't know what it is.
No one says D&D 5e is a good game. It is a game. It exists, but.
Well, I mean, if you go on to Start Playing Games right now, which is like the biggest platform for paid GMs, you will see on any given day a dozen games of Curse of Strahd running, right? And I'm pulling that number out of my ass. Like, it might be less, it might be more, but there are a lot of games of Curse of Strahd every day on Start Playing Games. And so, why am I going to compete with all of that when I can run anything else? So I took the easy way out, basically.
As one does.
As one does, and it just kind of grew from there. You start getting known for it. You start getting people that really want to play a game system they never have an opportunity to play, and you develop a bit of a reputation, and that's how it goes.
Yeah. Very nice. I mean, I have a follow-up question to that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They're starting to ramp up,
The
Noah.
fact that you're aware of his chub is a problem, I think. So, okay.
Major chub.
Guys, DM me. I'll help you out.
Don't do
You
that.
have to sub the Noah's OnlyFans for that.
They'll put you on a list.
They will put you on a list. It's true.
My follow-up question is, as a paid GM, do you find yourself, is there still joy in running games, first off? And do you run games for free for your friends still, or no? Because I was afraid to do it because I don't want it to be work.
So yes to both. Yes to both. I still run free games for my friends all the time. And it brings me a lot of joy. It's my favorite job that I have ever had in my entire life. If only it paid as well as a real career, that would be something else. But and
chub boys over here.
Yeah. And I forgot to answer. Noah, not Noah, Joe. You'd asked, what advice would I give a GM just starting out at doing this? Have a day job, right? Like have a day job.
Okay.
That's.
I feel fucking attacked. God damn! Let's just pick on the unemployed while we can, okay? Damn.
At one point in time, I was something like somewhere in the top 5% of earners on Start Playing Games. I don't know if that's still true, but the difference between me and the top 1% was something like $50,000 or $60,000 or $70,000 a year, right? So. To get to that top 1% from the top 5% is very, very hard. And there's not a lot of money in it, even if you're doing, well, relatively speaking to everybody else, right? I am a slightly successful OnlyFans girl.
Oh, same twin. Do you also have pictures of AK-47s lying across your feet because you cater to both men and women?
Wait, do you also have pictures of my feet on your OnlyFans?
Yeah, I do have pictures of Kristen's feet on my OnlyFans, guys. So you're not going to know who's who. I'm just going to let you know that now. Yeah. I do be getting pedicures too.
So whose feet do I have on my OnlyFans then?
Probably Kristen's if they're the ones that you asked for. Yeah, I'm not going to give you mine, dude. That's wild. Like weird. Wild.
His username on OnlyFans is Major Chub 44.
Kristen?
Yes.
You had a question? You already asked it? Okay, that was the one. Okay, I guess next up, I should put it up to the rest of the table. I'm talking too much, and people can't see me anyway, so what do you guys have for questions?
Okay, so a while back, we did a whole segment of the games that made you. And so, like, you touched on, I forget the name of it.
Duke Nukem?
Not
Oh,
Duke
pixelated
Nukem!
stripper titties.
But like, essentially, like, what were the games? You can either do tabletop games or you could do video games that you feel shaped you and like your trajectory towards like being, I'm gonna say it in a term of endearment, a nerdy gamer.
No, that is a term of endearment.
I think childhood trauma shaped us all.
Yeah, definitely childhood trauma. Heavy, copious recreational drug use for a lot.
Hell yeah, bro! Hell yeah!
Games or video games, friends?
Oh, okay, all right. Games or video games?
Yes.
So
your choice. Or you can do a
definitely
mix
the
of both.
early Fallout games. 1, 2. You know, those games were really formative for me. You know, because they really.
Oh no!
Hello.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
We're back.
There he is.
Yeah.
And we're back.
I was about to
We're
say
back.
Noah's list got him.
So yeah, so you know, we were those games were really story driven, and you know, that was right at the beginning of the era of story driven games, and that was, you know, also right around the beginning of my like tabletop career. So they were really formative. I've always been a story first GM. For me, rules are like kind of strong guidelines. Maybe sometimes you just totally pretend they don't exist if it makes for a better story.
Code is more like guidelines.
Exactly. So, you know, it's
Rule of cool, baby. Rule of cool.
That's right. And you know, so those were really formative. When it comes to actual tabletop games, I don't play it anymore, but Vampire the Masquerade was a really big one for me. Oh, Arcanum. He is right. Yeah, Captain Gingerbeard is right. Arcanum was a big one.
I've never played Arcanum before.
Barbie Horse Adventures Wild Rescue!
Yes. Yeah, that. So yes, that was Barbie Horse Adventures was, but that had more to do with my erotic roleplay side than.
Damn it!
Grumpy, that is the wrong podcast. I'm gonna need you to pull it back just a little bit. It's the wrong podcast.
All right. I am chastised. But yeah, so you know, Arcanum, Fallout, and then basically any of the narrative games that came out in the early 2000s were really big for me. Loved All Flesh Must Be Eaten. That's a zombie horror role-playing game from back in the day. I really loved that one. That was a big deal. But mostly it's just like an excuse to have people sit around and listen to me yap at them for hours, right? Like they think I'm there to play with them. I'm just there to talk at them for hours.
Oh, I love Math Blasters.
Oh man,
dude, Math Blasters.
What is Math Blasters?
Yeah, it's a 90s.
Jesus Christ, I forget that you're a child.
Hold on, do you remember the Socrates?
You're not much older than she is, Noah.
Your TV.
Zoe, if you ask any more of that young people shit ever again, I'm gonna kick you off this.
Yeah, don't even compare me to her. I just hit 39 like fucking 6 days ago.
Noah's 11 years old.
I
have kids older than her, Jen.
So, Grumpy, what goes into your let's first start with like session design, like homebrew session design.
Yeah.
Like what's your process on that? And then also just writing process for games in general. Like
tell us all your secrets.
Yes.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I think really sets me apart is the way that I do recaps, right? Like a lot of GMs sit around and you know, and I'm one of them. We sit around and we tell stories with our friends, but I think, you know, it's the details really that set us apart, one to the next. And I think recaps is one of my big details. Every week I sit down and I write out the recap in the form of like a television recap, scripts with lines, camera directions, you know, all of that. And then at the start of each session, we go through and the players read their line. I read the narrative parts and we cover over everything that happened the previous session. But, you know, once you have 30, 40, 50 sessions under your belt or more, you have a really detailed history of the whole game. And it's all written. It's from the player's perspective. And I think that's one of the big things that sets me apart there. I'm really organized when it comes to running my games.
What's that
What's
like?
that like?
I was gonna say,
Yeah, right?
most organized, wild.
And
He takes
another
every
thing,
little shit out.
This guy's not even a real GM, guys. What am
Wing
I
it, my
He's over here
ass.
taking notes and shit.
Wait,
What the
hold
fuck?
on. Grumpy, the recap stuff, do you find that helps the players get more into the roleplay aspect as y'all go along?
absolutely. It also dramatically cuts down on the beginning of the session. What happened last time? What are we talking about? That sort of thing. It
Very
really
cool.
cuts
I
down on
I
that.
have also found that if I, the GM, give the recap, I can just talk about the actual important stuff because they will forget everything. But if you're just like, you guys did this, and then you met this person, and you did this thing, and all of a sudden they're back on track.
No, because it was on the
Never.
way.
Well, Chris said it was literally on the way. If you
It
look
was
at
on the
follow
map.
it
I am
was.
There's
not-
so many
I'm
things
wrong.
that you guys had just happen on the way.
Well, she's talking
Another-
about a very specific session that was on, like literally.
It was definitely on the way.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah,
Like-
it was on-
People died.
Both places were on the way.
no one
Yeah,
died.
like-
They just got shot. There's a difference.
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
All I
sorry,
did was
look,
shoot that
sorry,
bitch in the kneecap. Like, it's
Well, the
fine.
mole rats were before that.
It's true.
Well,
But
like, let's
we're
get
all
back
not
on.
medicated. No one's medicated today.
Yeah.
Grumpy, I see. Does that cut? Who takes the notes for your session? Is it you? Is it your players?
It's usually me. My wife plays in a couple of games, so she is generous enough to take notes in the games that
Oh,
she
that's
plays
nice.
in.
Okay.
But it's usually
Okay.
me. I also run everything in Foundry. So, like, there are records of all of the dice rolls and things like that.
Okay.
So I will browse through the dice rolls and be like, all right, okay, that was when player so-and-so was doing XYZ, and they critically succeeded at that, so I need to make sure to include that. And so
Oh, that's
having
cool.
those dice records and the occasional note that I leave to myself in the chat history is very, very helpful.
I like
so
that.
most of the time it's like that.
Because I opened a notebook from the last physical D&D session I was at, and all it said was Jesus humidifier, and that is all I had for the session, and I had no idea what was happening. So
There you go. Yeah. But it's a good base to build from, right? Like Jesus
Yeah.
humidifier is a good base to build
well,
from.
and what it was putting holy water in like a diffuser of some kind. I think was the issue, but yeah, all I wrote down was Jesus humidifier for the entire 3 hours. So
Mhm. I mean, the other thing that I do is I study a lot about cognitive load, like how much somebody can pay attention to, how much somebody can remember.
who cares, guys?
Huh?
So I'm a big proponent of simplify your storyline, simplify your games.
Yeah.
When people ask me what I mean about that, I will point to like something like the Odyssey or Beowulf. Right? There's like 10 characters in those things that show up over and over and over and over and over again. And you're like, why does this person keep coming back? And it's because, when you're hearing a story, which is what you're doing when you're role playing, you don't have that many cognitive cues you can make. You don't have the face of an actor or the tone of voice or anything like that. You just have your own memory. So, I'm a big proponent of simplify your stories. I make sure to have art for every single important NPC that I think I'm generating before I generate them. And then if the players encounter one that I don't know will be important, I make sure by the following session I have labeled artwork for them.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
General
they're all
so-and-so or
important.
King so-and-so or whatever.
They're all
That makes
important.
sense.
So I have a very important question. Number one.
Yeah.
Do you wear a vest? No, I'm just playing.
He hates Matthew Mercer's vest.
Matt Mercer's vest. No,
I do not wear a vest, but I do have better hair than Matt Mercer.
Oh,
well, yeah.
As we saw
Duh.
earlier, apparently you have a Superman curl that does things to other people.
Makes them moist, I believe, is the word that were used.
I was trying
damp,
to avoid
damp,
an awkward conversation.
Yeah, makes them damp. Listen, ladies,
into
when
it.
you say you want us to hit on you like we hit on the boys, you don't. You don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
I promise you, you don't. This is the kind of shit you're getting into. Anyway, no, so it's well known, at least in this circle, that I prefer a more, I guess, the quote unquote cinematic effect when it comes to running a
Dramatic.
game. Yeah, that too.
Yes.
So my question to you is, because I don't have a hell of a lot of experience with VTTs such as, Foundry and Roll20 and all this other, and like I've got a Fantasy Ground sub. I don't think I've even downloaded the fucking program in 3 years. So how do you go about getting that like top tier level of storytelling that it kind of can only get at the table to transpire to a monitor?
Yeah, so one, I have a very expressive voice. So what you guys are hearing here is like just my normal talking voice. This is how I converse with people. But I do
can't
have
back
like
this
a
up.
different voice that I use when I'm gaming, right?
Ooh, do you use Thunderous Dad voice at the table?
Oh no.
We'll never know.
Oh no, I'm
We'll
back.
never know.
I'm back.
Apologies, guys. The stream is shitting out on everybody left and right and center today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I do have a different voice at the table, and I use different voices. But like when I'm using my narrator voice, previously on the Pirates of Drenax, right? And so I will have this sort of deep narrator voice. I try and put some resonance in it. I'll lift my voice up if I'm speaking for a female character. I'll add accents if it's, hey there, I'm Mackie. I talk with something between a New York and a Boston accent because I can't do either one of them particularly good. So
How is your French accent?
Like Noah's
y'all-
French
Yes.
accent.
Your French accent, please. On the spot.
No pressure.
Yeah, I think my French accent would be pretty limited to something like "ha ha ha," and then I would switch back to my regular.
The Germans are
accent.
coming. We better
You-
run.
You took notes from Noah, I see.
Mhm.
The School of Noah.
But so I do some voice stuff. I am really descriptive with my situations. I try and identify characters like NPCs my players care about, and then torture them to death.
Like
So
Dogmeat?
here's
I
what's
think Chris
that?
knows all about that.
I killed
Yeah.
Dogmeat in our campaign.
Yeah, you're horrible.
Like a
There you go.
psychopath.
There you go.
Yeah.
So here's an example, right? I
Fucking
had a
monster.
campaign where there were two dads of teenagers that were players in the campaign, and so I had them become
Ginger, it had
responsible.
me wet. I'm not gonna lie.
There you go. So I had them become responsible for a kind of a screw up, kind of a fuck up teenage boy, right? Like he wasn't bad, he wasn't a criminal, he was just, kind of useless and really immature and things like that. And so the whole rest of the campaign, for them, they had a storyline about him slowly maturing and becoming an adult and becoming a better man. And at the end of the campaign, when he had to go ride off and do something really brave and really dangerous, I've got these two dads of teenagers being like, that was the best gaming experience of my life. And really the whole thing was me manipulating them because I knew something about them personally, right? Like I definitely used insider knowledge against them to make a more meaningful moment for them.
Yeah.
So to kind of piggyback off of that, Kristen's going to throttle me for even bringing this up, but I was watching something this weekend that reminded me of that in particular, where you kind of come up with a thread and it like you don't have it, and then one audience cannot get it, but then another audience kind of fucking embraces it, and it kind of goes off to the races. I'm definitely not going to mention AAA Noche de los Grandes
Fucking hate
and
you.
the Masca contra Masca from El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano on Saturday. But
Your tism showing.
listen, bitch, wrestling is tabletop. Tabletop is wrestling. I don't give a shit what you fucking say. But so like, how do you like? Do you feel one way or another about quite literally captivating your table to bring them in. And if you do, like, I mean, what's the kind of like the pro and the con on that?
How do you mean captivating?
Oh, so like,
Kidnapping.
What's the buy-in?
like, okay, so I'll go ahead and we'll shout out Kristen, right? So we're actually going to shout out Kristen and Zoe here. Rare fucking occurrence.
No, take
like,
that compliment and put it somewhere else.
Zoe, Kristen, and I were at a separate table from the rest of the group, ongoing while the other group was going. We were on their week off, and we were playing 7C. I had a character that kind of came in and was kind of just a, hey, I need something to do. Do you want to come fuck with my table? Right. And I was like, yeah, I got you. Let's fuck with the table. Did not expect to stick around by any fucking means.
Like, love Noah so much that we decided to keep him.
At all. The next thing you know, I am in both of Kristen's tables every week for 2 fucking years. But my character in particular, like, Kristen and I had talked. It was kind of like, I don't want to say it, but it's the closest thing I can compare it to, was a kind of like a GM player character in a way, just because Kristen was using my character a lot for storytelling.
Because
so,
your
like,
character's a chaos gremlin.
Yeah, but like we were kind of we were in communication a lot more than everybody else at the table, just because it was.
Well, he helped me develop plot points and move the story forward quite a bit.
Yeah.
So when we
had nothing to do with dog meat, right?
No, I did not have anything to do with dog meat.
Okay.
No, this was about our pirate game that we did.
Yeah, this is about 7C game.
Yeah,
so we stopped that game because life fucking happens, and then Kristen got this wild hair up her ass on the podcast and was like, I'm gonna do 7 fucking C. And I was like, you're fucking out of your goddamn mind. There's no way we're gonna fucking do that. And then we did it. And I had kind of told her week 1, hey, you know, do you want to let me get a little therapeutic here and just kind of let me do some shit? And she was like, yeah. And we talked, and, you know, we had that discussion. And I know for a fact I broke Zoe in that session, and a few other people. But it was one of those things, like, it started out as like a whole big fucking nothing burger, and then turned into like actual like
heart racing, palm sweating,
heart wrenching, emotional fucking role play. So like, do you find stuff like that to be a number one, a good thing?
Yes.
Or number 2, a important thing for the table?
Yes, I do. So, not to plug myself in the middle of the
please do
something. But if you sign up for my mailing list, you get a free copy of my pamphlet, GMing as an Emotional Terrorist.
All right.
Yeah. So
perfect. I'm signing up now.
There you go. So I do believe that's a good thing. You know, I believe that, you know, there are people who just love beer and pretzels games, and there's nothing wrong with beer and pretzels gaming. I love beer and pretzels gaming too. But there are people who play role-playing games to tell stories. And why do we tell stories if not to be entertained and feel things, right? I agree. And if I can get you invested in a setting, if I can get you invested in a story, if I can get you invested in some NPCs, that's a good thing. If you're
shout out Boblin the Goblin.
There you go. If you are okay playing a game where you let your sort of heart be out on your sleeve, right, for a couple of hours a week, I will pull at those heartstrings, and hopefully you will have a good time for it when it's done. It might not always be fun, but I hope it's always engaging, right? I had a situation where I had made a whole table Cry, which was probably some of my best GMing I ever did.
Fuck yeah.
When I had
I still
beloved,
have that song saved. Just I haven't locked and loaded.
There
Sorry.
you go.
I
No, you're absolutely right. Like it was a combination of storytelling and multimedia, right? So, I have this really intense moment where a beloved NPC is getting ready to sacrifice himself in a way that is really appropriate for his character. It's already a really tense, emotionally intense situation. And then I start playing a specific song that I know is designed to make people like cry and feel sad. And like I sort of vamp and talk like I'm doing now until I get to the emotional crescendo of the song. The NPC dies, and I look around, and people are just like, okay, I need a minute, right? And like crying, tears. It was really, really solid GMing, and I will never forget moments like that,
Yeah.
When people see, there you go. She played in that game, and she was really upset about it. And even now, today, if I have that song come on, on shuffle, she'll be like, "You son of a bitch," right?
So to back up your point, I just in reference to the scene that we were talking about, I wanted my character to make the sacrifice play in this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going through a lot of shit at the time. And I had sent Joe that wasn't like a lo-fi version, right?
It was just an ambient version.
We'll call it was the ambient version of a Sleep Token song, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big fucking Sleep Token fan. I'm never gonna not sing the fucking praises of those masked fuckers, right? But to this day, when I hear fucking Take Me Back to Eden, I can be listening to the studio recorded version, and in my head I hear the version that I sent Joe that he fucking just was on point, exact fucking time, like let's fucking do this, and we're gonna just have everybody in the palm of our hand. So yeah.
Well, and I always tell people I run the games for, I'm like, I want to give you a story. Like, I want us to have a session that it's a story that you want to go home and tell your partner about.
Yeah.
I don't care what we accomplish as long as we're having a good time and it's fun. Because these memories are what drive me. Like, still getting fucking the shit kicked out of me for dog meat. Like, it's still like it's a
It's been
I do think it's funny how none of us care about Preston Garvey though. That was
they died
even sadder. We were just like, oh well.
They died on the same episode.
Fuck Preston.
They did.
But actually, I have some multimedia locked and loaded for this first Tuesday, but it's still gonna be pretty light. But there will hopefully be sound effects.
Yeah, my favorite thing was the last time we played, and I asked Joe. I was like, "Hey, can you get me a heartbeat noise to fuck with Natalie?" And he goes, "I can try."
It fucked with all of us.
Yeah,
you're like.
See, I don't do the music and stuff. I'm like, let me pick one specific noise that just fucks people up.
I have a question that's kind of in that same vein.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Josh, question.
Yeah.
We're talking about the VTTs like Boundary, and we're talking about sound effects, and we're talking about the visual aids and stuff. Do you think that this gets us, like, as players, away from like the theater of the mind stuff, where like the heart of what D&D and tabletop game used to be?
Yeah, see, I don't think that matters, right? Like, I don't think that matters too much. I think there is no other form of storytelling on Earth where we say you're not allowed to use music. You're not allowed to use imagery.
I would also
allowed. Go ahead.
They used minis since the beginning. It was a miniatures game first.
No,
they always had. It was always a multimedia experience. I think people that come from like the newer school D&D, like they have an idea of what D&D was that is kind of idealized. And so they want to play theater of the mind and play it in the most natural way they think possible, but it's just not that. It's never been that. It's always kind of been whenever you make it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Gary Gygax didn't even use his own rules. He just literally came up with everything on the fly. So,
fantastic documentary on the history of it called Secrets of Blackmore, about the relationship between Gygax and Arneson and the development of early D&D. Really recommend it for anybody who likes the hobby enough to be interested in the history. They talk
Arneson
exactly
got
about
screwed. Got screwed over
So like
that.
I kind of just to kind of piggyback off Kristen's point there, like because I had a player one time tell me that they think that I do too much, right? And I kind of heard about it, and I was like, okay, fair point, because it's your point, right? I said, but just out of curiosity, have you seen any of the Avengers movies? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, have you seen Lou Ferrigno's The Incredible Hulk? And they're like, no. I said, I want you to, before you come back to next session, I want you to just get on fucking TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, it's something. Go watch 30 fucking seconds of Lou Ferrigno's The Incredible Hulk where he hulks out.
Is that Edward Norton?
No, it's Lou Ferrigno. I'm talking about like 1972.
Once again, Zoe, I had already warned you about that.
I'm sorry. I thought Lou Ferrigno was the director.
You are just crossing my fucking boundaries and triggering the fuck out of me right now. I don't like being old. I am dying very quickly. Okay, and it's
so he was like the original Hulk.
Yeah, he's the original Hulk.
Yeah.
So I told him, I was like,
next time Google before you ask that shit.
Yeah, I said, go watch 30 seconds of any fucking clip, and then tell me that Lou Ferrigno's Incredible Hulk is remotely fucking close to watchable as Ed Norton, Eric Bana, or why am I always bringing it? Mark Ruffalo. I was trying to say Josh Ruffalo.
Now I want Buffalo Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, baby. But I was like, and then they came back and they're like, I mean, yeah, but you know, it kind of plays into the whole. I was like, okay, but listen, like, yes, I get it. This is the original, and then this is, you know, to quote Marilyn Manson, babble babble bitch bitch. This is the new shit. Right. So like we're here, we're doing the new thing, and like I'm trying to do the new thing because I want you to care. Like you can say whatever the fuck you want to about the MCU, but goddamn, people care about those fucking Marvel movies because
I don't give a fuck about those Marvel movies
because they're still making billions of dollars, and people are fucking bitching about them when they release the Eternals.
I don't know these
rightfully
people.
Fucking so.
I don't know these people. I am so detached from, like, so I look at gaming as the same as music, right? Like I'm a jazz guy. I don't expect anybody else to be a jazz person when I start talking about music, right? Like this is jazz. I'm sorry, I'm not on the camera, but I'm holding the Underground book. The Underground book is the jazz of TTRPGs. 5th edition is Taylor Swift. When I mention the word music, I assume that people are coming from a pop standpoint.
All right, well, now we got Bad Blood, but
not a culture standpoint.
Come on, that was fucking good. I'm not getting credit for that. Okay,
I don't even know what you're talking about. I assume it's a Taylor Swift song. I don't care. Her music sucks. I hate her.
You might know if you have the vigilante shit.
So, but like, it's like everyone has a flavor that they like, right? And
yeah, mine.
I would say, yeah, you know, yeah. All you dark-skinned ladies, I am single. I am free.
How does this have to do with anything?
I almost called the car crash. I almost called the car crash this morning when I was walking my dog. Because a lady was staring at me and she was gorgeous. African queen. Hey, you should have stopped. But let's get back on topic. People like, just because you like it some way, like they might just like a little bit less, and that's okay. Is my thing is you should just find a table that works for you, even though it's kind of hard to do, especially locally. But you don't live in the biggest city; you live in a college town, Noah. So they don't have a lot of options. They want to play 5e with a bunch of college kids, which fucking sucks because I did that.
Happen.
That sucks. That is terrible. So you flavor it to your level of taste. It's like spiciness or something, but like mostly like music. But like it's just.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Calm it down. You're throwing me off when this is okay.
Although I will say, sidebar, you did mention College Town LGS. I may or may not be in trouble because Chet is possibly getting a job.
Your house is going to smell terrible.
Chat's getting a job at the LGS, and she was like, if I work here, then you're going to have to come support the LGS. And I was like, fuck.
It's going to smell awful. You're going to be bug bombing that house. You're going to be bug bombing your house just to make it smell like something other than that.
I told her, I said, you will shower immediately before you leave and immediately upon entry. There will be no fucking discussion.
The coal miners are not optional.
Coal miner rules.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, sorry, Josh. This is about you.
No. I think you're onto something, right? Like it is so much about personal taste and things like that. And for some reason, no matter what hobby you're talking about, whether it's actually music or role-playing games or whatever, there is always a loud contingent of people who believes there is a right way to do it. Yeah. And I am really easygoing with a lot of things, as long as you are happy to be at the table and not disruptive. Then I'm happy to have you there. But the one thing that'll always get me going are people who think that there is a right way and a wrong way to do role-playing games.
So here's the thing that will get you kicked out of my table faster than anything else. That is if you say, that's not the way Matthew Mercer would do it. Well, that too. But that's not how Matthew Mercer would do it. Will get you, it's like, that phrase specifically, it gets uttered every once in a while, and it's just like, that's not actually gaming, and I'm not a professional voice actor, because if I was, I would not be here. I would be rich in Hollywood doing professional voice acting. But like, it's just like,
oh yeah. I mean, the thing is that paid GMing attracts every kind of player that basically the same kind of players that you have at a regular table. In most ways, right? Like when I talk to people, I always say it falls in, broadly speaking, everybody falls into one of four buckets. Bucket number one, I am new to gaming. I am new to this game. Being new makes me uncomfortable. Paying some money makes me feel more comfortable, right? Like it creates some separation. It gives them an excuse to be new, right? Like, okay, fine. If that makes you more comfortable, I'm happy to cash your check. That's no problem. And I will be very welcoming and excited to have you around. And some of those people stay long-term customers long after they are not new to gaming anymore. Yeah. Then you've got the second bucket of people who have really, really specific schedules. I had a player who was the deputy waste manager for the entire city of Hong Kong. He had 4 hours a week he could play because the rest of the time that he was off was family time. Right? He had 1 day off a week. He had 4 hours that he gave to, or 3 hours that he gave to himself for gaming. The rest of it was family time. His other 6 days were work. The third bucket of players are people who want to try something new and different, or something that they played a long time ago and they don't have anybody locally that they can play with. That's a lot. That is probably most of my customers, because I run everything but 5e, right? That falls into a big chunk of my customers. The last group, and I get these from time to time, are so antisocial that they are not welcome at any other table unless they pay to be there.
And even then, you can only pay once, and then you kind of have to be like, look, man, this ain't for you.
I try, man. I try with every single one of them. I do. I try really, really hard.
I don't.
Well,
you got to protect your energy. You have to protect your peace. And there's certain personalities that you just can't.
And that's why Grumpy's a top GM.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I would just be like, no, go away. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Like, I'm in so much fucking therapy now that it's just like, no, Get away from me. I can't. I don't have that. I don't have the ability to deal with people like that.
That's why I get paid to do it, though, right?
Yeah,
I try really hard. Recently I had a guy who cussed out another player in the middle of a session, and that was it, right? That was his one. He'd already been a little bit of a problem, okay, but I could work with it. He was getting better, but then he lost his temper. He cussed out another player at the table, and that was it, right? That's it.
Yeah, that's a hard line. Don't cross that.
Exactly. But sometimes you get good people who just need some guidance, right? Or good people who don't fit at your table, but you know where they will. Weirdest request I ever got for a role-playing game. I did not end up running this one. I ended up giving it to somebody else who I know did run it for a little while, or something really similar for a little while. The person sent me a message looking for a ERP erotic roleplay. Which is not something I do to begin with.
That's why you sent it to me,
damn
bro.
it, Zoe.
But they were looking for an erotic roleplay, and they wanted it to be set in the 1997 Disney special Halloween Town.
Zoe. What the fuck, Zoe?
We're not done yet, folks. We're not done yet.
That's my childhood.
Mixed with Michael Jackson's Ghosts, which was another Michael Jackson, I think, Halloween special. I might be wrong about that. That was not something I could do for them.
I don't think you could, even if you wanted to. That's very specific.
So here's the thing. I don't want to knock people who are here for erotic roleplay. I've got a friend of mine. Her start playing games handle is Alex in D&D. She goes by Bunny. She is a published smut author, and she does erotic roleplay.
I think you have piqued Noah's interest when he said she goes by Bunny. He was like,
listen, I may or may not still have my Lola Bunny poster from Space Jam up on the wall. Okay,
she is a very, very talented
Space
writer.
Jam is a movie from the 90s.
I know Space Jam.
That's a shitty remake.
I know Space Jam because I too wanted a poster of Lola Bunny, and I wasn't allowed to as a child.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, my dad was like, "It's gonna make you gay." No,
jokes on him.
Jokes on him.
Right. But yeah, so because we all know that posters are what turn children gay, I think your dad was making the right choice. My dad
actually also believed that drinking
Doritos
Pepsi and eating Doritos also turned you gay. So
this is kind of like
there may be some science behind that.
So this is a diatribe. So when I grew up in a very rough neighborhood. But we had this kid in my grade school named Taboris. I always knew that kids were gay from birth because I knew Taboris in like second grade. Taboris is the gayest motherfucker you would ever meet, and he would be the first one to tell you that. He knew he was gay from birth. And so, like, for me, I was like, this is a birth thing. Because, like, this kid did not choose any of this, and he is, like, flaming. And he is also, like, 6 years old. So it's like, it's just like, he knows. It's like, yeah. So, sorry, I didn't even go off, but, like.
I should have known because I was hyper obsessed with Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame as a child.
Maybe I'm gay.
Well, she was curvy.
Oh God, I had an unhealthy obsession.
But
she's also.
Well, I was just gonna say, but I didn't want to sound like I was knocking that specific type of role play because there's people who like it,
it's fine.
And there's people who are really good at it, like that friend of mine I just mentioned. Yeah. And there is certainly a profession to it, right? There is certainly a way to do it well or better than others. And I saw Wafi's question, Wafik Omran right there. What is my tolerance level? I will put up with a lot as long as it's just me being annoyed. As long as it is just me carrying the burden of being annoyed, I will put up with a lot. When I start getting complaints from players, when I start recognizing that it is hurting the session, even if the players don't complain about it outright, that is when my tolerance runs out really, really quick. I mean, I've had a player who I had one conversation with because he started off a little rough. We had a conversation. It took about an hour, and he's been playing with me for a year since. He still plays with me. I don't think he would be embarrassed by me sort of telling the story and the general aspect of it. And he is now one of my favorites. He is so creative and so outgoing. From time to time, I just have to send him a private message, say, "You're at an 11. I need you to be at a 10. Just one notch back." And he dials it back.
That's how you deal with Noah. Okay, that's how.
Yes,
we figured it out.
Okay, so is there like a packet that you give your new players like when you start a table? Because like whenever I first started playing like the Fallout table and everything, I gave out a consent form to all the players right here, and I said, "What is your tolerance level for these things?" Because I wanted to know where they were at, because you can't assume.
Yeah,
especially,
you're just like, well, Joe is a snowflake. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
you're
like,
absolutely
except
right.
Noah
across the country on the internet. Like I can't assume they're
Except for
they're
Noah.
Well,
Noah
Noah
didn't
didn't
get
get a consent form, and that's how we made him a synth, and
With the
that freaked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Josh. Question: how do you deal with the situation where you absolutely trigger one of your players' worst fucking fears without even just giving them the common courtesy of thinking about it in the fucking first
Noah,
place?
what were you wearing when she did that?
Yeah. Were you out drinking? Were you at a party, Noah?
Yeah.
What did you do to make her do this
Did
to
you say no really loud?
I showed her nothing but love and affection as a best friend.
Well, I mean, that's why, because you led her on.
Yeah, you led her on. Yeah.
Not really her fault. But no, so to answer your question, Kristen, so I do attract a lot of more old school players because of the types of games that I run. So I don't do the formal consent form because they bristle at it. A lot of them bristle at it. So I keep it more casual, but I'll read it right now. I pulled it up on my screen to answer this. This is a message I send to everybody, even friends that I've played with for years at the start of a new campaign, because life changes. And no matter how close you are, some people don't talk about things unless you like drag it out of them.
Right.
So this is what I say to everybody. Friend, customer, doesn't matter. One thing I like to do before a campaign is give everyone a chance to tell me if there is any content that is completely off the table for me. Yeah. If there are any specific topics that you need me to make sure don't get brought up, please feel free to let me know. I won't ask any questions about why, though if I'm confused, I might ask to clarify it just a bit. Yeah. Regardless, it'll go on our list of forbidden topics, right? It's 6 sentences. I send it to everybody. By and large, most people give me the same couple, 3 things, you know. Yeah. I don't want cruelty to animals. I don't want sexual assault in my game. You know, I don't want child soldiers, you know, but sometimes you get some more specific ones. I had a player who's like, you know what?
Like, I don't want to be an AI clone.
There you go.
My bad. That's just me.
You didn't say that.
I had one player who told me, you know, hey, I grew up in the Middle East. I don't want suicide bombers, period. Just
that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. No problem. She didn't even have to tell me, hey, I grew up in the Middle East. She could have just said, I don't want suicide bombers. Right. And it goes on the list. Then that's usually a few days before our session 0. At session 0, I go over everything everybody said. It's anonymized, right? I don't say, well, and Noah said this, and Kristen asked for that. I just say, guys, these things are off the table. It is non-negotiable. We're not doing them. I won't bring them up. I need your help to make sure you don't bring them up.
Yeah, I actually do send out a form, even if I do have grognards at my tables and stuff, but I still send out a form usually, and it's anonymized from the jump, so I don't even know who's saying what. And I think that allows them to feel a little bit safer and say what they want to say, because I don't know. Because I think a lot of the big issue is that people don't want to talk about it. They don't want you to know about their vulnerabilities. Right. So I'm just like, I won't know who you are unless you tell me on this sheet.
Well, my consent form had all kinds of shit, because Fallout, there's a gamut of things that are just there. The game's fucked. So... And I also, because I had so much, because basically what I did when I got the 2D table or the 2D20 book was I went to Fallout chat groups on Facebook and said, hey, I have this. I want to run this game. I've never done it before. Anyone interested? So I had a huge
That's how
response.
I met Kristen.
Yeah, I know. That's how I met Jeff. Kristen, that's how I met Joe. And then I recruited Zoe off the internet too. And so I used the form to also, because I thought that I was going to have to end up running 2 tables. I was sending people would back out and things would change. Life just happens. But that way I could at least group like-minded people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for their level of comfort. But it helped a lot for me just knowing, like, because there's sometimes you make dumbass jokes or shit, you know, shit happens.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No harm meant, but a joke happens, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people could get triggered regardless, so you do have to be respectful.
But as a GM,
Not me. I would
like,
never.
You would never know. But like as a GM, one of my biggest like things I always try to watch out for, things that always my huge concern, is if someone is uncomfortable at my table, I need to fix that.
Yep.
That is my job.
Even if it makes me uncomfortable, I need to fix it.
Yeah.
One thing I do in Foundry, because I'm a Foundry community developer, right?
Okay.
So one thing I have in all of my games is a stoplight system, right? It's keyed to everybody's keyboard, so they press 0 on their keyboard, and a little window pops up with the green light, a yellow light, and a red light. And the green light means everything's okay, right? Everything's going good. The game is presumed to be on green at any given time. If something comes up that is uncomfortable, but not necessarily game breaking, you hit the yellow light. And it sends an anonymous yellow light to chat, plays a little sound effect because I'm not always looking at the same screen as them. And it's totally anonymous, except I know who sent it, so I know who I need to talk to if something needs to be discussed. And then there's the red light, which means, nope, hard stop. We're not doing that. We're going to pause the game, figure out if we need to retcon, just move forward, whatever, or if we even need to call the session tonight. You know, and so that is a thing that I also talk about in session 0 and make sure everybody knows how it works and knows when they can use it. You know, I've got hundreds of games run on Start Playing, and it's happened maybe 5 times, maybe.
I like
You know,
that.
it doesn't come up very often.
That's good that it has, like, they felt safe enough to use it.
Yeah,
That's a
that's the big thing.
successful system.
I think
That's
more
right.
people would want to do online gaming if they had something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have, if you guys don't mind, I'll share my screen because I want to show you the checklist that Kristen sent us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have a checklist similar to that, but like I said, it's just a Google form that is anonymous, which I can send that to you guys for Wolfenstein, but I already know you guys. I don't think I need to.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, and part of my thing was it was
Hey, Zoe.
Okay, there we
y'all
go.
were
Yeah,
so,
that's a good one.
y'all
That's
were
a good
so
one.
new.
I think that's the Monty Cook one.
Yeah. But y'all were so new and I didn't know anybody. Like I knew none of you. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't an
What the
asshole.
hell?
Because I make some dumbass jokes. Like I say some shit off the cuff that
I took it off.
Oh, okay.
but like I wanted to make sure that because everyone deserves a space at the table as long as they're not fucking assholes, and it's my job to make sure that everyone has that space. But,
So I have one last question before we go.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with grognards who have that mindset of this is how I've always played, this is how we should be playing?
You know, they usually stick around for a couple of sessions and leave on their own.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
usually how it works.
Okay.
Some of them make a big deal about how they're such good people for leaving on their own. I get that. I get that from time to time. You know, no big deal. I'm just leaving. No, it's not a big deal. It's just not a game for me. And like 3 paragraphs of that in different sentences, and I'm like, all right, dude, good for you. Some people, you know, like I've got this one guy, absolutely wonderful player, guy named Daniel. I thought he was going to be a grognard, and then it turned out that he was the most narratively driven player, one of the most narratively driven players that I've ever had. And so I try not to make predictions about folks.
Yeah,
So
Kristen.
Notice some
I
traits.
was afraid Joe was going to be like that. I'm sorry, Joe. I've apologized to you.
I was not like that at all.
But, you know, it's you know, they usually self-select. Most players who are not a good fit for the table,
And you realize that. You're right.
they'll send you something they'll send you something, you know, relatively neutral and polite. My schedule changed, or, you know, I'm not really feeling this, or I'm not sure if this is like the right table for me. But they say something relatively neutral and polite, and, you know, I get $45-$50 from them, whatever it ends up being over a few sessions, and they go their way. Sometimes they leave a very nice review. Sometimes they leave no review at all. Sometimes they get upset that they broke the rules of my server, got kicked off, and write me 17 one-star reviews. That has happened before.
Yeah.
That
But
seems
you
like a lot
can
of effort.
always dispute them because it's all
I
the same IP address. So
I did, yeah, I did, and then
Why are
it
these
got
all
knocked
from
down to one
Duluth?
review. So, but you know, you deal with all kinds, and by and large, most people are on this sort of bell curve of normal, even gamers who are weird as hell. They're all the way over on the left, but they're still on the bell curve. And so they know
That's
they know
called a
some
spectrum.
Yes, that is correct.
And we're on it.
Yeah, for sure. And they
so,
know how to say goodbye. Yeah,
I'd say let's plug all of your things that you want to plug.
Yes.
Oh, so Jen has something she wants to
I
say
have
first.
one more question, and I may have missed this because I was having audio issues. Do you run all of your games online, or do you do some in person as well?
all of my regular games are online. I do one-off and events in person, birthday parties, that sort of thing, some corporate stuff from time to time. And then, my regular fun game is an in-person game I play every 2 weeks at my FLGS.
Okay.
So are you a forever GM, or do you sometimes play on somebody else's table?
I occasionally play on somebody else's table. I generally prefer... I'll be honest, I am a lousy player. I much prefer being a GM. Yeah. So I am not a good player because I don't pay attention. And
Not me and Joe silently agreeing.
I need 15 characters and 30 storylines to run.
Yep.
That's how to keep me entertained. Yeah.
Yeah. So socials. Where can we find you? Where can people find your games? I have your website and your Start Playing linked. On the YouTube. You can also find him. He has a Discord. And he's in our Discord as well. We should probably cross post your stuff though, so people can get to your Discord and chat with you and join your games.
Absolutely. Discord is honestly the best place to find me. It's the only social media that I really use. Sometimes you'll see me on Reddit busting people's balls, but that's about it, Discord, which you can get through my website or on the Degenerates With Dice Discord. I will definitely post it there for people as well.
Sounds good.
And then Start Playing Games, they have a pretty good email server, so send me a message there and I'll get it within 24 hours.
Sounds good. Yeah, so join his games, play his games. Obviously, he's very knowledgeable, and he's one of our favorite commenters on the show. He's always funny. He's always quick-witted. Yep. Anything else anybody wants to say before we head out?
I have one more thing. Josh, did your time in the military prepare you for dealing with idiots that are on the tables?
Yes, I had a soldier who once ate potato chips with a fork, and you can't get much more bottom of the barrel than that. So everything's been
you
up
said
from there.
soldier, so you were Army?
Yeah, I was.
All right, Jen, watch it.
That Air Force superiority complex.
Jesus Christ, little
well,
sister.
You're not. So this guy had to get a waiver for failing his ASVAB to join the military. He definitely was not going into.
Failed his ASVAB
multiple times. Yeah.
Dang.
Damn, I passed it. I didn't even try.
Yeah.
And then
passing's a 20.
Yeah.
Writing your name is like 10
I was
points.
like, I want to go medical. My recruiter's like, no, you scored too high. You need to go Intel.
Just to throw shots back at Jen, I just want to remind everybody that, the Air Force still belongs to us. Like, they can say they don't, but,
You can't.
they started out as a department of the Army, so fuck you.
No, don't you have to go see your wife or something?
Yeah, your age before beauty, honey.
Yes.
He's been seeing a lot of them, though, because he's been home there.
Yeah. Blondie has been seeing quite a lot of me recently this month.
She's like, please go hang out with your friends.
She told me to take as much time as I needed tonight. I think she's watching Love Island or some bullshit.
She needs a timeout. Don't touch her. She is touched out.
There is a Pennsylvania police officer that is on Love Island this season, and it might just actually make me
fantastic.
watch it.
I cannot wait to not watch a single fucking second of that god fucking
I just want to see who
anyway. But yes, I am going to disappear here shortly and close out this podcast so that she and I can drink copious amounts of alcohol and play Mario Kart and throw things at each other to whoever comes in second place. Because we still have a standing bet. Whoever loses the most races has to put out. So, no matter who wins, I win. Anyway, so, ladies and gentlemen, you have been live in a little bit of the Internet's fuck, goddamn it, he left and they threw me off. Okay, you back? You good? You good? Can I do my outro? Can you not leave before?
You have permission. I give you permission.
And thank you. You have been live in a living coming from the bowels of the internet's basement on the Degenerates with Dice, a Monday night RPG podcast. Come to you Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the only time zone that's real and or matters. You've had Zoe, you've had Nat, you've had Jen, you've had Joe, you've had Twin, you've had the internet's favorite dipshit and special guest, friend of the fucking show. Come hang out in Discord. Grumpy's always hanging out when I'm fucking streaming, so you can come blow both our fucking minds up and ask us all kinds of questions, and we'll give you the shittiest fucking answers on the face of the planet just to fuck with you. We will see you next fucking Monday night. Degenerates, we're out. I gotta go beat a bitch's ass on Rainbow Road.